Welcome back, movie lovers. Let's get started. Our story begins with the blissful simplicity of two young lovers, Jasper Wright and Glenda Fox. They are ecstatic. Jasper, a struggling but passionate actor, is finally on the verge of his big break, and Glenda has just given him the news that completes his world. She is pregnant. They're planning to move to LA, ready to embrace the future, convinced their love can conquer anything. But their perfect world is instantly and brutally shattered. Glenda receives a medical diagnosis, a terminal illness, specifically stomach cancer. She knows, with chilling certainty, that her time is limited. This is where the story pivots from a romance to a tragedy of choice. Glenda is faced with an impossible situation. Tell Jasper the truth and watch him sacrifice his dream to care for her until she dies, or save his future by becoming his villain. The decision is forced upon her by an unlikely antagonist, Mr. Wright, Jasper's rich and controlling father. Mr. Wright is operating from a place of cold, misguided protection. He tells Glenda he will not allow his son to be stuck with a cancer patient and offers her a huge sum of money to vanish. He believes he is buying his son's freedom. Glenda takes the money, not for greed, but because it gives her the necessary ammunition to make Jasper hate her.
Glenda goes all in. She rejects Jasper's heartfelt, humble proposal, cutting him to the core. She insults his poverty, insults his dreams, and, in the cruelest twist, claims she has been cheating on him with his best friend, Alan, and that the baby she carries is Alan's child. Think about the moment. Jasper sees his entire future, his love, his child, his best friend, implode at once. He is utterly destroyed, but that destruction sparks a single, burning emotion: rage. He vows to leave, become a superstar, and return one day to make Glenda Fox pay for the betrayal. Glenda watches him walk away, 8 years later. Jasper Wright has kept his promise and then some. He is no longer just an actor. He is a globally recognized, arrogant superstar. His wealth is obscene, his power immense, but his heart is a stone, fueled entirely by the 8-year-old wound of Glenda's lie. He returns not to his family, but to the small-town theater where Glenda now works a demanding job. Their first encounter is a masterclass in humiliation. Jasper is vicious. He buys the theater, or perhaps just pulls strings with the owner, and uses his status to treat Glenda as a personal, utterly useless subordinate. He sees her struggling, but only interprets it as proof of her failure and his superior status. Glenda endures it. Why? Because the humiliation is a small price to pay for keeping her son's existence a secret and for reinforcing the original lie.
Glenda's true priority, of course, is Kevin Fox, their 8-year-old son. Kevin is the secret she guards most fiercely. She maintains the narrative that Alan is his father. The true turning point arrives when Jasper meets Kevin. He's instantly drawn to the boy, a physical and emotional bond he can't explain. The plot is cleverly using the child's innocence to bypass the adult's pride. Jasper starts spending time with Kevin, a strange, tense father-figure relationship forming under the guise of the famous actor interacting with a fan. And then, the single line that detonates Glenda's entire sacrifice. While Jasper is reading a bedtime story, Kevin makes a heartbreaking confession. Alan never stayed over in this house. Think about that moment. 8 years of bitterness, of fame, of empty revenge, all based on the image of Glenda and Alan together, is instantly shattered by an 8-year-old boy. Jasper realizes the affair was a fraud. Glenda didn't leave him for a lover. She left him for something else. Jasper is relentless. He demands the truth, pushing Glenda to the wall. She maintains the lie to protect him from the inevitable truth about her illness, but it's too late. The DNA test confirms what his heart already knew. Kevin is his son. The realization hits him not as a triumph, but as a staggering, soul-crushing wave of guilt. He had missed 8 years of his son's life while pursuing a petty revenge.
Now, with the paternity secret exposed, the final tragic piece of Glenda's puzzle snaps into place. Jasper accidentally discovers the medical records or hears a final desperate conversation about Glenda's cancer appointment. The revenge, the anger, the hatred, it all dissolves into pure, agonizing guilt. He finally understands the truth of her sacrifice. She never stopped loving him. She was willing to endure his hatred and die alone, just so he could achieve his dreams unburdened. Her cruelty was the highest form of love. In the series finale, Jasper makes the only choice that matters. The superstardom, the wealth, the revenge, it all means nothing. He commits fully to Glenda and Kevin. The final act is a bittersweet and heartbreaking embrace of their new reality. They spend their remaining time together, making up for 8 lost years, fighting Glenda's illness as a united family. The drama ends on a note of powerful, if tear-jerking reconciliation. They found their way back into love, not through a miracle cure, but through the realization that true love means being there for each other even when the truth is painful.